Paul and Silas, during their missionary journey, are arrested, beaten mercilessly, and thrown in prison in Philippi for the unpardonable crime of preaching the gospel. Now, this so-called prison is actually a network of underground cells. It looked more like a mass grave than a prison, really. And actually, that's for 99% of those in prison there. That's what it was going to turn out to be, because all you really have to do is fill it in with dirt. No windows, no light, and except for torches lining the walls, and no way out. It was a situation where it just didn't make sense to believe. To believe in deliverance or rescue. It was a situation of no hope. But no hope was not enough to make Paul and Silas abandon their faith. It was not enough to make them stop believing. And as the midnight hour approached, that subterranean jail rocked with the sounds of those two missionaries singing hymns of praise with such commitment and passion that the foundation of that underground prison shook. The cell doors flew open, and the shackles and the manacles fell from the wrists and the ankles of all the men locked inside that gruesome black place. Now, the guard down there is shocked and amazed at this incomprehensible turn of events. And more than that, he's terrified, because with the doors open and the chains undone, he can't prevent the mass escape of the men that he's assigned to keep confined. And this guard knows what his superiors will have done to him if even one of his prisoners escapes. And so, seeking to avoid that punishment, the guard draws his sword and he prepares to take his own life, seeing that it's preferable to what his bosses are going to do to him. Can you imagine that? But from within the bowels of that dungeon come the voices of Paul and Silas urging the guard, do not kill yourself. No one has escaped. We're still here. We're here and we're praising the Lord. You see, to those two missionaries, their faith was far more precious to them than their freedom. And in verses 29 and 30 of that passage, that prison guard, who was an unbeliever until then, dropped to his knees before Paul and Silas, asking, what must I do to be saved? And that is my charge to you, believer. Let the unbeliever be so moved by your confidence and unshakable faith in the Lord, no matter what your circumstance, that like that prison guard, they will be compelled to ask, what must I do to be saved? And watch them when they are so amazed by your simple answer, believe. That is why this message is offered most especially to those who have been so committed to the gospel through these times of trials of many kinds and are beginning to feel your strength, the strength of your faith lessen even slightly. This prayer of encouragement and hope is for you most of all, because the world needs you, my friends.